Hello, welcome. My name is Kevin Owasuitoy and I'm glad to be back for another video. Sorry, you've not had a video from me for a while. I'm engaged in other stuff, okay? Sorry about that. Today we continue our learnings, our teaching myself Selenium WebDriver with Java, right? And welcome to teachyourselftestautomation.com. Today we are talking about, today is day 24, how to manage synchronization in Selenium WebDriver. Now you ask yourself, what is synchronization, right? Synchronization is in fact this, right? Usually in automation, right, there are two components that are running side by side, right? The application that's under test and the test tool itself. In our case, Selenium WebDriver with Java, right? So normally these applications don't run at the same speed, right? So synchronization corrects that, right? It gets the applications running at the same speed so that the tests can be automated and be successful, right? I'll take you through a live example, so you don't really need to worry about that. You see it live and then you understand, right? Or you can just read it from my blog as well, right? So synchronization is just what I've told you, right? And we have a couple of categories of synchronization. You have unconditional synchronization and conditional synchronization, right? Again, you can read that from my blog, right? But unconditional synchronization is just a time limit, right? You're just given a time limit, nothing else. So you just tell the tool to wait for 5 seconds. That's it. No conditions stipulated. Unconditional, you have conditions stipulated along with a time limit, right? So again, we'll run through examples of that, right? And for the unconditional categories, right, you've got two types of synchronization, which you have implicit weight and explicit weight, right? So implicit weight is when you give a time limit and a condition, right? So an example is where you can search on a website and it takes a while for the results to return, right? So before the results are returned, you could say, okay, let the results, you can give a time period of the results to return in 5 seconds, right? But if the results return before the 5 seconds, then the Selenium tool is smart enough to say, okay, I'll just move on, right? It doesn't wait for the whole 5 seconds and just moves on, so it saves time that way. And then an explicit one is when you actually give a condition and you give a time stipulation as well, right? So you could say move on only after this element has been displayed on the page, and then click it, right? And then the time limit could be 20 seconds. Okay, let's jump into Eclipse, right? And we see examples of implicit and explicit synchronization. Okay, so first of all, we'll be using the Waitrose website. Okay, so shout out to the guys at Waitrose. Thank you for me using your website. Okay, so we jump into Eclipse and we go for our test case. You know how to do this by now, so let's call this implicit and then just say explicit, right? And then click on public static void main, finish. And you know the drill by now. We're going to another test case, take our 3 line of code, which is common to all our test cases that you write in Selenium. We'll go back to our implicit test case, put this line of code in there, and here we want to put our website, right? So we want to put our website in here, our website URL, sorry, put that in there, right? So if we go here, I'll just talk you through it. Okay, so let's say we want to search for plums, right? So plums as an example, right? And then you click enter, right? So see, it takes a while for a search, right? And then the results are displayed, right? But Selenium will not have the clue of waiting for those search time, right, to return. It will just go and try to click on the item, right? So say it will just go and try to click on plums, right? But then when there's an interim screen, the loading screen, it will not find or locate this element, right? So the script will fail, right? So let's try it without, and then we'll try it with. Okay, so we'll go back to Eclipse, right? So we go, so first thing we want to do is we want to find this element, right? Find this element and send some keys in there, right? So we want to send plums, right? We want to write plums into that search field, right? So what have we got here? We've got ID, class. Let's use class, right? So we use CSS. We turn the class into a CSS, right? Because that's my favorite one at the moment, right? So what we'll do is driver. So we're going to find element, right? And then send keys, right? So dot find element by dot CSS, right? Double quotations, open and close, not triple quotations. And then that will be dot send keys, and we want to send plums. Okay, plums, right? Let's go look for our CSS. Okay, so if we go here now and we see our CSS as input underscore 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 something, right? I don't know what that is, but let's copy it. And remember, to change a class into a CSS, you just put a dot in front of the CSS and it changes, I mean a dot in front of the class and it changes into CSS, right? So let's go Control F, right? It's already copied in there, right? So what we want to do is put a dot in front of that, you see, highlighted. So we've just created our CSS, right? So we want to copy that and put it in there, right? So that's us send some keys into this field, right? So we've sent plums in here now. So we've written plums in here. So all we want to do now is hit on enter, right? So it's the same thing that is here, right? But instead of send keys, we say keys dot enter. So we'll just copy this line of code. Okay, just copy this line of code again, just to not waste time typing all that stuff in. And then you click no, you go open and close brackets, and inside the brackets you want to type keys, right? Keys dot, and we want to hit enter, right? And we'll put our semicolon, right? And that's it, right? So what we have done now is we've entered plums in here, we've hit enter, and it's gone for a search, right? So it's gone for a search. Let's close this. So let's presume that there wasn't a weight, right? We didn't have any synchronization on, right? And let's find the first element that comes across, comes from the search, right? So we inspect this, right? And all we want to do is click on that, right? We want to click on that. So this is another class, right? So we use class, and then we'll do we'll change that into a CSS, okay? Right, so all we want to do is click on that element, okay? So driver dot find by dot CSS, enter, open close double quotations, put in our CSS locator and dot click, right? So that's it. So this is without any synchronization. Remember, I believe our script will fail because there's that interim page where there is a search, right? And Selenium will just try to click on the element that's not been returned yet. So let's run this and we'll find out, okay? Yeah, come on. I think it's a bit slow. Right, it's a bit slow, right? It's so plums have gone in, interim screen is there, right? So you see our case has failed, right? Our test case failed. And what is the error? See, unable to locate element, right? Unable to locate element because of the interim screen. Selenium Selenium Webdriver was trying to look for a search that had not been returned yet, so it just clicked and it could not find, right? So if we want to use implicit weight, right? This is an example of an implicit weight. Remember, implicit weight now can be it's global, right? It's global to the test case. So if you insert an implicit weight, it will weight any way that is stipulated of any time waiting, right? It will weight. So you can read a little bit of that again on my blog, right? So, and you could put this at the top or the bottom, anywhere, right? Because it's a global, it affects all the test cases in the test suite. Okay, so this is how we write our implicit weight. Okay, so it's driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicitly wait, right? So we want to wait for 5 seconds. I think 5 seconds will be enough, right? And in here we want to go time unit, right? Dot, so the time unit is going to be in seconds, right? So we're going to click on seconds, right? And don't forget our semicolon, right? And that has taken care of a 5-second wait before the results are returned. And hopefully what we will see is after it's entered the plums, it's clicked on it, it's returned this one, and then it will click on that, and then we'll see the next screen. And this is the next screen. Okay, so let's run that and see what happens. Okay, so we go, here we go. Hopefully this works, right? Otherwise we have to start again. So there we go. So let's enter the plums. So enter the plums now. It's a bit slow. Plums. Hopefully it's waiting 5 seconds, right? Plums have returned and it should click. Maybe 5 seconds was not enough at this time, right? 5 seconds was not enough. Let's see, put 10 seconds here. That should be, those things are working. So that's plums, sending plums, click it there, and then that should be global as well. So let's run that now, okay, and see if it works. Maybe 5 seconds was not enough. All looks okay. All looks okay. Right. Come on. Computer is crying out with noise, right? I think you can hear it. So plums. Wait. Click. Next. I don't know what's happening there, but we missed taking out the dot. It's the dot, right? So if I put a dot here and run this again, right, it should work okay. You see? Sorry, I missed that out. I hope you picked up on that, right? When I copied it, I did not copy with the dot, right? So that's my problem. That was my problem. Sorry. Come on, I need to show you some explicit weights, but it looks like this video has run a little bit longer, and I might record an explicit weight and put it on another video. So plums, wait, returned, click, and that's it, right? So that's your implicit weight. And as I said, I want to keep this video short, right? So I'll record explicit weight and I'll put it on my YouTube channel. Okay, so thank you for watching, and remember, this is about upskilling ourselves, right, so that we remain we don't remain stagnant in the workplace, right? So if you're not updating your skill sets, your career might get stagnant, right? over time, right? So you want to get into the mindset of continuous learning, right? Continuous learning, and your organization also should be in that mindset of continuous learning. If there's no continuous learning, I suggest you want to move on, right? So thank you for watching, and remember, if you found this helpful in any way, subscribe, hit the bell icon so that when I release videos, you get to see them firsthand, and there's plenty more to come, right? I'm going to be going into frameworks, right? So thank you very much. My name is Kevin Owasuitoy, and see you later. Thank you. Bye.